And here's Coach. We'll have RJ and Garrison after Coach.
You want me to make an opening statement? Okay. Best coach team won today. The team that wanted the basketball game the most won today. The most unselfish team won today. The hardest working team won today. And again, I'll say the best coach team won today.
All right, raise your hand with questions for Coach Williams, please. Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, the energy that your team had, not just in the first half, maybe early in the second half, was, could you just kind of comment on that? And did you sense that there was something up maybe before the game that maybe they just weren't as into it as you would like?
Well, guys, we've laid an egg a couple of times this year, and let's make sure we say this right here. Marquette beat our rear ends. They outplayed us. I said outcoached us. That's not something I enjoy saying, but they outcoached us. They outplayed us. They wanted it more, everything. I was very concerned before the game. Yesterday at practice, our whole attitude, we can't stand a little prosperity, and that's my take on it, Andrew. I thought that, the first two possessions of the game, we don't get any box outs, and they get 3 shots the very first possession of the game. Luckily, they missed those, but we had some shots in close early, and we were too soft with them, and so many different things. It kills you at halftime when three perimeter players are 0 for 11 from the floor. We have 19 turnovers. Can't do that. So many different things, but the best coach team won the game.
Thank you.
Brendan.
Hey, Roy, yeah, you mentioned the turnovers, the 19. It seemed like the guys were trending in the right direction as far as that concerned. Is there anything you can point to, whether that Marquette did or that your guys didn't, to sort of explain that regression?
Well, I think they were more aggressive on the defensive end, but we did some crazy things. It's just some of our turnovers, we threw it, a lob, got a big guy running down the court, we throw it out over his head out of bounds. We have the ball to a big post player. He tries to hit the other post player at the basket, throws it behind him. We get an offensive foul twice. We've made some progression, getting better with taking care of the ball, but we didn't have very good judgment today.
Thank you.
Adam.
Roy, the way that Marquette on offense spreads you out, there's nobody in the paint sometimes, and just have sort of 5 guys driving and kicking and things like that. Is that just, in terms of personnel, a tough matchup for you guys, for your big guys to try to cover that much space, do you think?
Well, it is, but they went to that because their big guys were in foul trouble. That was not going to be you'd have to ask Wojo, and he's got a better idea of what they want to do than I did. But I think they would like to have those big guys in the game, and but they got in foul trouble, and then they went to that. But the first thing we talked about was guarding the basketball. You got to get down in stance and guard the ball, and we didn't do a very good job of guarding the ball. We missed some easy shots early, and then it sort of just got worse and worse.
Any other questions for Coach Williams? All right, Josh, go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned you were worried about this game going in. Can you give us a sense for what practice was like heading in?
Practices were okay, but it's just we've had a couple of good wins, and then we turn around and we think we're a lot better than we really are. We don't have the attention to detail. It's bad coaching. Bad coaching. I called a set one time, and I got out, and they ran another set. They're not disciplined enough to do what I say. They went out on the court and changed their mind. So it's bad coaching.
And to follow, what would you say to Carolina fans who are questioning whether or not it made sense to schedule this game considering the result?
Well, if I'd known we were going to lose, God Almighty, I wouldn't have scheduled the thing. Come on, we can't operate in damn hindsight. God Almighty. If you'd told me we were going to lose, hell yeah, we wouldn't have played the game. If you'd told me we were going to beat the Lakers, I'd have scheduled them. Carolina fans, they're not that dumb. If they are, I got no answers for them.
All right, thanks, everybody.